Hello and Assalamualaikum. Today, my group would like to explain the ultimate expression of fairness in anything but fair. My group consists of Iman Nur Azim, Adam Memang Makazi, Adi Ahmad Afiq, Iman Nur Hakim, and my name is Muhammad Irham bin Muhammad Syam. I would like to introduce to you about this topic. So, sport today is a kind of crossroad because sport has lost value and lost the ethic in game, and maybe big money has something to do with this problem. Sport corruption refers to the unethical or illegal practices that can occur in the world of sport, such as bribery, match fixing, and illegal gambling. This activity can compromise the integrity of the games and undermine public trust in the sporting institution. But is corruption is the root of evil, and in this world, corruption may play a role in keeping resources, money from those who needs. That's all for me, and I will pass to my next friend.
Okay, my name is Adam Makazi. Okay, right now I will talk about the main ideas of the discussion. Okay, the discussion of forum which is presented by Michael Hashman talk about the fairness in sport. Okay, he talk about corruption that happen in sport, especially in FIFA, which is related to the engagement, some arrest, jail time, and then FIFA still in investigation because of the corruption. And then they found corruption which is money misuse in some cases. Okay, they found corruption, and the corruption started to affect the athletes because of unethical behaviors. Football clubs also don't disclose their financial statements. About 40% of the national governance bodies of football don't disclose their financial. So the lack of transparency and lack of accountability, I can say that corruption will happen, and financial will be mismanagement, and fraud will be happen because of big money. And then in this discussion of forum also talk about save the dream, which is to teach the youngster about value of sports. And then we need to encourage them to play the games, play for fun rather than losing or winning, and be proud of them by attending their games. Not criticize them for not giving their all, or maybe they're having some bad games or bad day. So we need to encourage them and make sure they can play better, and hopefully the youngster will develop and improve game by games. Okay.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Iman Nur Azim Ismail. Okay, next I will explain regarding example of sport corruption. Basically, sport is very meaningful for peoples, but corruption in sport and unethical behaviors start to impact the athlete's career. As video states, the world was shocked in 2016 when the World Anti-Doping Agency in Moscow revealed that the Russian government had provided performance-enhancing drugs to Russian athletes at the 2014 Olympics. They used so-called tamper-proof bottles to replace the urine of Russian athletes, so that the tested sample was safe and untainted. Following the revelation, the World Anti-Doping Agency imposed a 2-year ban on Russia, and they were not allowed to compete in the 2021 and 2022 Olympics, but not under the Russian flag and their national anthem. Okay, next, the 2 athletes who have not been named have been suspended pending the outcome of the disciplinary process. Malaysia was banned from sending weightlifters to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games because of multiple doping offences. One of them is our athletes Muhammad Hafifi bin Mansur, who won the gold medal in the 69 kilogram category at the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, is among the Malaysia weightlifter to have served a drugs ban. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass to my friends. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good evening. Okay, now I will proceed to the what is analysis of this video. Okay, for this video is the topic is about corruption. Okay, corruption is a form of dishonesty or a criminal offence which is undertaken by a person or an organisation which is entrusted in a position of authority in order to acquire illicit benefit or abuse power for one personal gain. Okay, the analysis of sport corruption involve identifying the various form that it can take, understanding the motivation behind it, and assessing the impact it has on the sport and its stakeholder. One form of analysis is to examine the financial motivation behind corruption, such as illegal gambling and bribery. This can involve looking at the flow of money and identifying the key player and organisation involved in this activity. Another form of analysis to examine the impact of the corruption on the integrity of the sport and its reputation. This can include assessing the effect of match fixing and performance enhancing drug use on the competitive balance and the public perception of the sport legitimacy. Overall, the analysis of sport corruption is important to order to understand the scope of the problem, identify the key player and organisation involved, and develop effective strategies to combat it and restore public trust in the sport institution. Okay, that's all for me. And
Okay, now I will give some comments on what I've learned and heard on the video, which are Michael Hedgeman said that nowadays we were blind by money, and many of the leader organization were blind by thousand, by million, and thousand of million, and thousand of billion money, and they do not have an ethical leadership. We as a sports person, we need to know we play sport for fun, and even we compete in a competition scene, we need to always have ethics and do not gambling or whatever. Michael Hirschman said also the money also misused in some cases. For me, money can be used to be better in sports, such as it could be for medical research, for injuries also, and for facilities, to improve the facilities, the training, and so on. So for me, my comment, we have to stop the corruption in sports. For me, we have to motivate and adapting the grassroots, especially our child and the kids, to play sport with their heart, not have any intention of it. Last but not least, a word to remember by Michael Hirschman: ask your children to win with humility, lose with dignity. Thank you.
okay, for the conclusion, sport corruption can give us such a negative outcome to the athletes, organisation, and also the fan that always love sport. Additionally, the involvement of organised crime in sport corruption can have some consequence for the health and safety of athletes and fans. The effect of sport corruption can by far reaching and can harm the reputation of sport, the athletes, and the organisation involved. Efforts to combat sport corruption include increased transparency and oversight of sport organisation, as well as stricter penalties for those who found guilty of corruption activities. Some of them were banned for life, and the incident shocked the credibility and raised some serious questions about the integrity of the game. Therefore, if we can eliminate the element of corruption in our sport industry, maybe we can see and enjoy a much more better competition, where all players just focusing to give their best in all matches. And that's all from us. Thank you.